Welcome to CHCI Press, your source for measurable, real-world strategies that help organizations attract and retain high-performing people, build an inclusive workplace, and maximize team performance. Today's topic is managing team conflicts in a virtual workspace. In this webinar, we will discuss understanding team dynamics, unpacking conflict in virtual teams, creating clear communication, expectations, and processes in conflict prevention, and nurturing resolution in your team. The objective of this webinar is to explore the distinctions between the functioning of in-person and virtual teams, while also equipping participants with the skills to recognize and effectively address conflict and foster a thriving virtual team environment. The fundamental elements of a team remain consistent whether they operate in a physical or virtual setting. These essential components include 1. A shared objective. A common goal serves as the linchpin that aligns and motivates team members, fostering a sense of purpose and connection to a broader mission. 2. Interdependence. Effective teams thrive on diversity of skills and expertise, enabling the synergistic combination of capabilities. This interdependence promotes trust and enhances collaborative efforts. 3. Clear structure and processes. Teams rely on a well-defined structure, delineated roles and responsibilities, and established processes. Clarity in these aspects ensures that everyone comprehends their respective roles and the overall workflow. And 4. Collective accountability. High-performing teams uphold collective accountability for their outcomes. Members hold each other and themselves responsible for achieving their objectives and working cohesively. At the heart of every successful team lies a bedrock of trust-based relationships, a foundational element of paramount significance. This trust permeates and profoundly influences all facets of a team's performance, making it an indispensable element in team dynamics. Kenneth Thomas and Ralph Kilman, prominent scholars in the field of conflict studies, characterize conflict as a situation in which the concerns of two people appear to be incompatible. It's crucial to bear in mind that conflict is a natural component of life and an integral part of the team-building journey. When effectively managed, conflict can enhance trust and bolster the resilience of teams. Here are some of the most prevalent sources of team conflict. Conflicting priorities, often observed in matrix organizations where one function's goals may clash with another's. Trust issues, doubt about the competence or skills of team members in performing their roles. Communication challenges, frequently labeled as a lack of communication, these arise from unclear or suboptimal communication channels, leading to miscommunications and misunderstandings. Ambiguity in direction. When managers introduce ambiguity or fail to communicate clear expectations, team members can become uncertain about their tasks. Insufficient processes. Teams require well-established processes along with defined roles and responsibilities. The absence of any of these elements can lead to finger-pointing and inefficiency. And lack of connection. Fostering a sense of belonging and ensuring team members understand their roles and the overall vision is crucial. Failure to do so, particularly under time constraints, can strain teams. Conflict is a natural part of team development, as demonstrated by Bruce Tuckman's team development model, which outlines 5 stages. 1. Forming. Team members initially rely on the manager's guidance, maintaining polite but distant relationships. 2. Storming. Conflict arises as members establish roles and differentiate themselves. It's crucial to address and prevent factions, especially in virtual teams where conflicts can escalate quickly. 3. Norming. With roles and relationships established, the team gains energy and makes decisions more easily, leading to increased productivity. 4. Performing. The team operates smoothly, with creative conflicts focused on improving ideas, enabling high performance. And 5. Adjourning. Occurs when the project ends or members move on, allowing the team to reflect on achievements. Managing conflict, particularly during the storming phase, is essential to preserve relationships and team effectiveness, especially in virtual teams prone to rapid escalation and isolation. In research by Lindred Greer, an organizational behavior professor at the Stanford Graduate School of Business, it was discovered that conflicts within teams that have never met in person tend to have more detrimental effects on performance and escalate faster compared to those in face-to-face teams. Therefore, it's imperative to closely monitor team dynamics and communication when leading virtual teams. Professor Greer's findings highlight that when individuals lack information or clarity regarding disagreements, they are more prone to taking it personally. This risk is higher in virtual teams and can exacerbate conflicts. Virtual communication can sometimes strip away the human connection, leading to a phenomenon known as the disinhibition effect. People may express themselves more openly and even resort to rude language or criticism, which can escalate conflicts faster than in face-to-face interactions. To mitigate this, virtual team managers should establish communication norms and expectations collaboratively, define appropriate channels for messages, clarify response expectations, and assume positive intent in messages. Encouraging team members to give each other the benefit of the doubt in communication helps navigate these challenges. When team members have a hand in establishing norms, they become more committed to adhering to them. Early intervention is crucial in conflict management. Conflicts don't typically begin with raised voices or angry emails. They often originate from inadequate communication or seemingly minor differences within the team. It's essential to address these issues at the earliest signs and prevent them from escalating into heated confrontations or hostile messages. Early signs of conflict can include shifts in the language and tone used in emails, reduced participation or engagement from specific individuals during team calls or on message boards, and instances where team members avoid or refrain from direct communication with their colleagues. Some teams may exhibit passive-aggressive behavior, expressing negativity through sarcasm, gossip, resistance, stalling, or backbiting. Managers should establish safe channels for professional issue resolution, starting with a session to define the desired group dynamic and clear expectations for professional conduct, as advised by Leanne Davey, author of You First, Inspire Your Team to Grow Up, Get Along, and Get Stuff Done. While virtual communication lacks some nonverbal cues, paying attention to tone, volume, and speech pace can provide insight into emotional states. Listening for inconsistencies between words and tone and asking clarifying questions can help uncover underlying thoughts and emotions. Consider setting the expectation that cameras should be turned on when possible, as the benefits of improved communication and connection outweigh initial self-consciousness. Harvard Business Review studies found that companies like IBM, Unilever, Shell Chemicals, and Kraft effectively managed conflict in virtual teams by using online message boards. They differentiated themselves by establishing norms that prioritize evaluating solutions based on technical merits, promoting fairness, and trust. Here are some important guidelines to implement. Emphasize the evaluation of ideas or solutions based on technical merits rather than their origin. Encourage the expectation of challenging data as a valuable part of the peer review process. And foster transparency of thought in the virtual setting, promoting a level playing field for all team members to contribute equally. Adhering to these guidelines will cultivate trust within the team and enhance overall engagement. Proactive conflict management requires team engagement. Establishing clear communication and effective processes sets the team up for success. Here are 4 practices to consider, whether you're a team lead or a team member. 1. Regular check-ins. Keep the lines of communication open with colleagues, showing genuine interest in their work and personal well-being to build trust and credibility. 2. Team collaboration. Engage the team in discussions about its processes and norms, encouraging input and ownership for greater accountability. 3. Encourage connections. Facilitate team members getting to know each other by suggesting virtual coffee or lunch meetings, as trust and familiarity are vital for high performance. And 4. Icebreaker questions. Start meetings with brief icebreaker questions, promoting team bonding, especially in virtual settings where informal connections are less frequent. These practices emphasize relationship building and trust, particularly crucial in virtual teams where informal interactions are less common than in traditional office settings. As teams transition from in-person to remote work, many neglect to reassess their internal processes, resulting in issues such as poor communication, conflicts, and unclear priorities. Whenever there's a change in team leadership, membership, or the working environment, it's crucial for the team to pause and discuss how to adapt. Taking a few hours for a conversation about what works, where challenges arise, and how to improve will help the team refocus and commit to effective collaboration in the new setting. This applies whether the team is returning to the office or implementing a hybrid schedule. Collaboratively set expectations within the team. Define what needs to be communicated, how, to whom, when, and establish contingency plans for communication breakdowns. This ensures everyone works from a shared understanding. Similarly, involve the team in shaping the decision-making process in this new environment. Clarify priorities, roles, responsibilities, escalation procedures, and decision-making transparency. Team members are more likely to engage when they share an understanding and have a chance to provide input. This clarity aids them in making informed decisions. Conflict is essential for teams, but it should be constructive, involving the competition of ideas to enhance solutions. To achieve this, a sense of psychological safety is crucial, along with established norms for conflict resolution. Here are some starting norms. Assume positive intent. The objective is to refine team thinking, not criticize each other. Full participation. Everyone contributes for the team to benefit. Timely input. Add insights before decisions are made, not afterward when it's too late. And idea-centric focus. During team conflict, concentrate on ideas and their merits, not their source. High-performing teams treat conflict as a competition of ideas, not personal attacks, and hold each other accountable for this process. Transparency is key for trust in virtual teams. Open communication reduces misunderstandings and miscommunications. Fostering a feedback culture minimizes conflict and enhances results. When providing feedback, focus on objective observations, not personal criticism. Identify the situation, behavior, impact, and desired outcomes. Feedback isn't just about correction. Positive feedback is impactful too. Make feedback a two-way conversation by asking others for their perspectives on the situation. To recap our discussion today, conflict is normal in teams. Virtual teams may experience faster conflict escalation due to reduced connection. Use various communication channels and enable cameras in video calls. Connect individually with team members and employ icebreakers in meetings. Reset team processes and norms collaboratively. And cultivate a feedback culture for timely, specific, and valuable feedback. Take a moment to reflect on what resonated with you and identify steps you'll take to manage conflict moving forward. Thank you for watching this webinar. We hope you found this information helpful and insightful. For any questions, feel free to contact CHCI Press at chcipress.com.